Hello, and welcome to Reddit Rundown. Today's post was posted on the AITA subreddit. For those who don't know, that stands for Am I the A-hole? Basically, Redditors post their situations there to see if other people think that they are in the wrong or not. Post title is, Am I the a-hole for asking my friend to move a picture of him and his wife because it made my wife uncomfortable? Me, male 32, and my wife, Dahlia, female 28, lost our apartment 2 months ago and moved in with my mom temporarily. Issues began to arise between Dahlia and mom, and I had to ask my friend, Anthony, male 31, to let us move in till I get enough money to rent out. His wife was away visiting family and he agreed, but even there, some issues started to arise. FYI, Dahlia is very shy around Anthony. She grew up in a conservative home and so it's understandable, but sometimes it can be a bit much, I admit that. For example, she freaked out when she accidentally drank from his glass. She also once made a fuss when he passed by the guest room when she was lying down and the door was open. Thankfully, Anthony was super understanding and we were able to talk some of these issues out. Last night, Dahlia was passing the hall and noticed a framed picture of Anthony and his wife kissing, hanging on the wall. She told me about it and said it made her uncomfortable. She asked if I could speak to Anthony about it, but he didn't take it well. He gave me a look when I spoke to him and said this was, quote, bonkers, because first of all, his wife put it there, and second of all, the picture held sentimental meaning to him and his wife, and argued that it wasn't some explicit picture of them, just a normal wedding kiss. We started arguing and he said that it wasn't like it was hanging on the living room wall or a perfectly lit room. I asked him to be a little more considerate because it's not like I asked him to remove it completely, just move it elsewhere, where Dahlia won't reach, or keep it off the wall till we leave. He said he was sorry but still refused. I explained how Dahlia was feeling, but he said that again, he was sorry but would not move the picture. We argued some more and he said that it's his house, that I was being pushy, I'm kind of too comfortable to make such demand and be pushy still. This morning, Dahlia refused to even come out of the room until the picture is moved. Anthony is refusing, which makes it worse. Now I feel like I'm getting stuck between a rock and a hard place. Yes, she might be overreacting, but I feel like this isn't such a big ask for Anthony to decline and turn down. For what it's worth, if it were me, I'd go the extra mile to make sure my guests are comfortable. Anthony has been a friend of mine for 10 years. I wouldn't have asked to move in with him if I didn't have such a strong bond with him. He himself constantly talks about all the things and situation I helped him out with, and we are considered brothers. Alright, quick note here. If you're still listening, you're probably enjoying our content. We really need your help with the algorithm. All it takes is a few seconds to like, subscribe, and comment. This allows us to keep creating new and free content. Alright, back to the show. Alright, so that is a good one. I don't know anyone else who would not think that this guy and his wife are both being the a-holes. Such a absurd, random request. It's almost gives the impression that she's bratty or just seeing what kind of stuff the husband's putting up with, what she can get away with. In any case, let's get to some of these comments. You are guests in their home because you are currently homeless. Your wife is clearly the problem here. Get a grip. You are the a-hole. Yo, and they're currently homeless after already staying with someone else and wearing out their welcome there. Like he's basically setting up that they're just going to blow through every single person they have an even passing good relationship with to get what they want. If I was Anthony, I would walk around naked, then tell them to F off and leave my house. Don't even have to go that far. OP's wife would probably faint if Anthony so much as took his shirt off. Or, God forbid, wore a tank top or a muscle shirt. Can we hone in on the part about making a fuss when he passed by the guest room when she was lying down and the door was open? This is genuinely the worst part of the whole story. She was mad that he was walking through his own house Why didn't she close the door if it bothered her? She's clearly going out of her way to find defense. She's setting things up for confrontation. This is way beyond some ultra-conservative leanings. This is like being intentionally inconsiderate. I am flabbergasted. This could be one of those situations where someone is so used to things not going well in life that they sabotage whatever situation they end up in. Why? Self-fulfilling prophecy of failure, and eventually hatred of anything and everyone. Ergo, confirmation to themselves that life has dealt them a bad hand. Just speculating here. You're the a-hole. First your wife had issues with your mom, now she's having issues with Anthony. Sounds like your wife is the real issue. From your title, I was expecting your host to have a semi-nude or nude portrait in the guest room. But no, she's freaking out over a standard wedding kiss pose in the hallway? Please, child. You need to hurry and get your own place. I think you're lucky Anthony didn't ask you to leave immediately. You're the a-hole, and your wife seems to be systematically driving wedges between you and important people in your life. Maybe that's worth examining. If Dahlia has issues with everyone in her sphere, I promise she's the issue. Common denominator. Yeah, if you smell dog crap everywhere you go, check under your own or your wife's shoe. That's it for this video, guys. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy this content. Thank you.